Some time back, I was on a cruise ship going down to Nassau and Freeport in the Bahamas. Heard one of the funniest men ever heard in my life. He's here tonight. Make him welcome, Cuzin Wad.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. You know, I almost didn't make this. I had to go to the hospital to see my poor old Uncle Luther. He's doing a little bit better now, but he gets up of a morning, before daybreak. And he went in the bathroom to get his teeth, and the light bulb had blowed in there. And he felt around, and he found them, and he put them in backwards. Chief had his head off before he could get them turned around, but he's doing better. And, he's had a hard life, and even from childbirth. And when he was born, they tied him to the doorstep for 3 days to see if he's going to bark or cry. And then when he was 7 years old, his mama sent him down to the corner to get a loaf of bread, and he come back home, they'd moved. But he found them, and his mama said it was just her cross and life to bear. And poor Uncle Luther, later on in life, he lost 2 wives to a tragic death. I mean, tragic. His first wife, she died from eating poisoned mushrooms. It was awful. She flip-flopped around on the ground, tongue hanging out. I mean, it was terrible. And then his second wife, he lost from a fractured skull. She wouldn't eat her mushrooms. Several months ago, it's good one, yeah. Several months ago, Uncle Luther heard this preacher was a riding in the holler, going to have a revival over there, and he heard he was good. And you heard about preachers getting on people's toes and stuff. And this feller got on their toes and their shins, and he went up one side and down the other. And we're talking hell, fire, and brimstone everywhere. Yeah, fell everywhere. And a preacher got through, and he was going to have an altar call. That's when they get him to come up there and make a conversion. And he looked back there, and he went back there to old Luther, and he shook him on the shoulder a little bit, and he said, "Luther, son," he said, "are you lost?" Luther looked up at him and said, "Why, no, I've been here several times." and Luther said, you could look in his eyes and tell his oven light was on, but his bread wasn't done. And the preacher said, there's going to be a judgment. Luther said, "When?" He said, "Well, it could be today or it could be tomorrow." Luther said, "Oh, mercy, don't tell Mama. She'll want to go both times."